This is T Duff from WTNUphilly.com, the community unity station where independent artists get their music played. You heard me?
Welcome to Blunts in the Basement. 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 Blunts in the Basement, first placement. 5L rotation, passing, adjacent. So high, make you wonder where the bass went. A good light, then good night, your face went. To the pillow or table, ready, willing, and able. Supreme team, no need for replacement. Welcome to Blunts in the Basement. 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 Gang war and six pack, don't get your shit smacked. Don't bring no ride with your lie. We done did that. It's time to kick back, smoke on that loud pack, roll a L up and spark the hell up. Did you get that? Welcome to Blunts in the Basement. 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 Mic check.
What's up? Hey. Welcome to Blunts in the Basement.
Welcome back.
Blunts in the Basement.
Blunts in the Basement, in the building.
Yeah.
Gang War 215.
Yeah. 6-pack of Mozilla.
Yeah, come
What's up,
smoke
y'all?
with us.
Salute,
Come
man.
smoke
Salute.
with us. It's been a minute, yo.
Salute.
We ain't been in the basement in the hot sec, yo. So check, right? First and foremost, you know what I mean? Before we get started, let's give a good shout out to my man T Dub. You know what I mean? Working the board, doing his thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Total whore for
Total
long.
whore.
T Dub for sure.
Yeah, man. I want to give a shout out to what's my man name? CEO
Rowe.
That's
Thanks
my
for
man.
inviting us
Yeah,
to the
thank you.
show.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, we will
Good
be
dude,
on his
man.
show. Went this coming Wednesday. What it come on? 7 o'clock, T?
Yeah, from 7 to 9.
That's a good brother.
Yeah, check us out. You know, check him out. Come
Check
support
him
the
out.
cause.
CEO Rowe, man. CEO
Absolutely.
Rowe Experience, right?
Yup,
CEO Rowe
the
Experience,
CEO
yes,
Rowe
CEO Rowe
Experience
Experience,
on
man.
YouTube,
Yo.
7 to 9 every Wednesday.
Yo, you're a good dude, man.
Yes.
Good dude.
So, you know, we've been kind of, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes, you know, trying to level this shit up. You know what I mean? Like, on some real shit. Like, you know what I mean? We got a lot of ideas as to, you know, going into our second season of this. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's a lot of ideas on the forefront. So, you know what I mean? We behind the scenes just pretty much trying to get this shit back to, you know what I mean? You know, the show you all love. You know what I mean? What you been up to, Pat?
Hey, man, just working hard, man. You know, like you said, working behind the scenes, trying to make things happen, man.
Yes, sir.
Trying to network, man.
Yes, sir.
That's all. Trying to network. And then just, you know, at the same time, man, you know, keep my head on a swivel because it's crazy out here.
Yeah.
So, keep my head on a swivel.
I mean, I feel like Onyx was on to something years ago when they was talking about these evil streets. Like, it's really getting to that point. Like, who'd have thought? You know what I mean? Like, you know, like I don't know about, you know, the rest of the listeners, but I'm one of them guys. I came up on them comic books and all that shit. So I be, you know what I mean, comic books, movies. I've been on that shit for a long ass time. But I noticed throughout the years, it's always like, when they was talking about the future, it was always like anarchy going on. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, like, I don't know, like, it's just crazy nowadays that, you know, you get at so young, at 14 years old, it's necessary for, you know what I mean, to carry guns and shit. Like, you know what I mean? You figure at 14 niggas should be working on their jump shot or getting their dribble together or, you know, focusing on school and shit, you know what I mean? But it's like,
You know, because when I was a kid, there was so many things to do. We had the POW. What was I going to say, Tor?
I'm going to be honest with y'all. At 14, I was worried about getting my second shot of coochie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
14.
I got my
That's
first
what,
shot at
that,
14.
That's
ain't
what I
gonna
was
lie.
worried about.
Y'all
I
was
wasn't.
14th birthday.
Yeah, I wasn't worried about shooting somebody. I was worried about ski.
I got my first shot at Coochie at 11.
Even if you're not, but just for the young bucks, you know what I mean? Even if you're not trying, even if you don't even have a girlfriend or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You can always find things to do. You can go learn how to box, how to defend yourself, first and foremost, because that'll carry you for the rest of your life, and you can teach your children when you get older. All right. And secondly, you can go play some basketball. There's so many different things you can do. You know, you can. Matter of fact, step out the box and go learn how to play some polo or something like that. You know, something that's
Pool, something.
Yeah, you know, something different. You know,
I mean,
see, they take these things, from us though, man. Like I was saying earlier, you know, a little bit before, they took to close the pals up. You know, recreation centers, you can't go on them. They can't play basketball. You know what I mean? These are little safe havens for the kids, for the young bucks. At 14, we had these things. You know, they even had Boy Scouts. I went to Boy Scouts when I was a young
And
buck.
loved that shit.
You
I
know
was a
what I'm
Boy
saying?
Scout
We
too.
used to go play basketball and archery and all that stuff. And I'm saying that thing was cool.
Yeah, I
You know what
mean,
it was cool. Me and my homies, I was good with that. You know what I'm saying?
tie knot like a motherfucker.
Right. You know what I mean? But it was just thorough back then, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My hood went to summer camp to play against. We used to play. My hood used to go play against like New York and Jersey, and you know what I'm saying. People from other places. I can't play against other camps and stuff like that. In competition and stuff like that. Like we did fun of shit when we was a kid. They ain't got none of that shit no more, man. They took everything away, man.
Yeah, man. And I another thing that I've been thinking too is that, you know what I mean, like when we was coming up, we had old heads. We had some thorough old heads, you know what I mean, like role models. I'm talking about in the streets and as family people, you know what I mean, taking care of their families and kids, you know what I mean. And I think that over these years, I don't know if the niggas that is actually respected in these hoods is getting booked and they not there to either drop the jewels on them if or whatever the case. But you know, I'm going to take it on as myself to try to give the best information possible to the youth and be a thorough old head on this platform. That's you know what I mean. Like I ain't perfect, you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, that's something I strive for. Like any of the youth that's watching me and watching my man on here, you know what I mean. We gonna give it to you on the real. It's not gonna be no candy coating or no colorful ass picture. It's gonna be some real shit, you know what I mean. And hopefully, you know what I mean, it transcends and, you know, and touches people, you know, that can use the information. But I mean, we I mean, you don't get to be our age and not go through some shit, especially not in this city. So,
Right.
you know what I mean, we know a little something. You know what I mean?
Man, you know, rest in peace to PNB Rock, man.
Yeah. Damn.
You know, that really that hurt the city, man.
Did.
You know what I'm saying? We I'm gonna tell you. Can I tell you something, man? Like, we have no control of what the Most High wants for for us. You know, when it's our time, whatever you believe in, Allah, you know, Yahweh, Jesus Christ, whatever you believe in. You know what I'm saying? We don't know when our time is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I don't wish death on nobody. But since that did happen to him, it's kind of, I don't want to say better, but it's easier to accept that it was on the West Coast rather than it happened to him in Philly. Because if it happened to him in Philly, it'd be really all out
it'd
war.
be,
Like, it's already a war going on now, but it would really go crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I don't wish death for nobody. Rest in peace and condolences to him, his family. You know what I mean? His daughter, his girlfriend, his mom, his brothers, his homies. You know what I'm saying? Condolences to all y'all. You know what I mean? That's just that hurt. That was real tough for the city right there.
Right.
Man.
But like, and I totally agree with you. You know what I mean? One of the things that I was hoping that these youngins get out of that is, you know, it's a time to floss and it's a time not to floss. Flossing ain't got to do with whether or not you a bitch or none of that shit. It's just smart moves. You know what I mean? Like when you in situations where you're not in the comfort of your home or your area where you know you got the support you need for whatever situation. You know what I mean? You got to make executive decisions and show some discretion. You know what I mean? Even if you got the chain rocking you, if you got a rock, I never saw Memphis Bleak in Memphis, Tennessee, not getting ready to do a show with the rest of his squad with him rocking his rock chain. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never saw, like, the only person that could go, it's very few people that can go anywhere with hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of anything on and come away unscathed without security or any of that type shit. So I'm hoping that the youth going forward know that, you know what I mean, if you got that fly shit, it's cool, but it's a time and it's a place for that shit. You know what I mean? You fuck around and wear that shit in the wrong place at the wrong time, you probably won't have that shit. And you fuck around and not have your life either. So just be smart. You know what I'm saying? Be smart. It's a time to flash and be that boy, and it's a time to chill. You know what I mean? And just eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. This is terrible times right now.
Yeah, that you can't even fucking go on a date with your girl. You know what I mean? And, you know, and everything be kosher. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if niggas is that thirsty, like, I mean...
Yeah, rest in peace to the young man who did, sorry to cut you off, to
Yeah.
the young man who did go out with his lady a year or two ago. He go out with his lady, and these dudes ambushed him.
Oh, down Center City?
Yeah, that was terrible, man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to that young man. Condolences to his mom. And,
Yeah.
I mean, it's terrible, man.
Yeah, City
You know what I'm
been... Philly been wild these past couple years. Like, it's to the point where I'm not even, like... I'll be 50 next year, and I can honestly say that these past couple years been the only years, like, it seemed like right after we won the Super Bowl. Right after we won the Super Bowl, shit got so crazy to the point here where it's like, I'm not even really like a proud Philadelphian right now. Like, I'm a little embarrassed by this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, man.
It's just, no, what it goes to show you is that what we are influenced by. We are influenced by everything that they promote.
The negative shit.
Everything negative. But I'm gonna tell you something. Everywhere has adopted the culture that was going on in Chicago. I'm hearing young bucks somebody saying you tweaking and this and that. Don't use words like tweaking.
They didn't change the Philly slang up. The Philly slang from when we came up don't even mean the same shit as it meant for us.
Like what?
Like slide. For instance, slide.
That's something. That's something.
They took that slang and tweaked it, and now it means something totally different. Whereas, you know what I mean? Like when we came up, like I'll be on the phone with somebody, they be like, "Hey, what's going on? We about to go get with some shorties. Word? All right, I'm about to slide up on y'all." And it just totally meant that I'm about to come up and we about to kick it. Everything about to be good. But it's like now, somebody say that shit to you and it's offensive. Like,
right.
Damn, dog.
Shit's retarded.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, and that was just one off the top. It's others. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's like, man, look, at the end of the day, these words right here could change everything if these youngins heard it. Alright? If you beefing in the streets and all that shit, I get it. Right? But you gotta take the beefing in the street shit out the music. Take it out the music and I guarantee you it'll be a lot less beefing in the streets. Cause it's the music where you stunting on the niggas that got bodied through y'all back and forth type situation. And that's what's making the emotions fester and shit. That's what's keeping the pot stirring so that you having the reoccurring actions, you know what I mean, of niggas getting slid on and lacking and shit like that. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean, take that shit out the music and off of social media and all that shit and just, if you got an issue, do what you gotta do.
You gotta change the narrative.
Yeah.
Let's see where your rap skills is at.
How about
change
that?
Change the narrative. Let's see where you know what I mean, if you really got it like that. You know? And I guarantee you half of y'all will drop right off.
How about that?
Drop right off because y'all be Oh man, I mean, I don't even go on the names of this shit. Is ridiculous how the round skills just stick.
It's like they don't care if they rhyming no more. Now they just trying to tell stories, the beats and shit.
Slap back.
Tell all the shit they done did in the streets on the beats and shit, and it's just.
It's terrible, man.
When you sitting in court and shit, and the judge is playing the shit that you said back to the fucking jury,
right?
And you sitting there, you know what I'm saying, like,
because especially they got a young cop, they got somebody young that's just like y'all rapping. They got a young cop listening to everything y'all playing, everything y'all saying, and he breaking it all down to the DA. He breaking everything down to him. Oh yeah, he said this. That's
what this mean. That's what that means.
Yep. They break all that stuff down.
They definitely got somebody on the inside saying, they got, this is what that means. This is what this means.
They got internet police, dog. It's internet police.
I wouldn't even go down that lane.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
go down that lane. That's crazy, man.
You know, and it's the boys now. If the trend was still paying attention, Chicago, they done chilled on all that shit on the boys who was really going back and forth. That was, you know what I mean? Like, they don't be going as crazy on Instagram and all that as they used to as far as talking. But now they falling back and everybody else is being.
And then most of them is dead.
How about that?
So,
yeah, man. Take life over all that shit. You know what I mean? Life, wife, put down a knife. Bars. Leave that shit alone. Focus on focus on the positive shit. Some kids, some little baby yous. You know what I mean?
Man.
Trust me. You look your first kid in the eyes and realize that, you know what I mean, that's the beginning of a relationship, whether you plan for it or not, that you got to be all in on, and you see that shit in that baby eyes, dog. It's gonna change you, dog. You're gonna want to be here.
They don't hit everybody. They don't hit everybody the same.
Because a lot of them kids, a lot of the motherfuckers is still doing that dumb shit, so they don't even look the baby in the eye. They like, oh,
they
don't get that shit.
They not even getting no ass. They just out here killing.
That's what I was saying.
You know what I'm saying? These young boys is 14, 15 years old. They ain't get. Dang, that's crazy. These boys
just hitting puberty, really. Just got some hair on their nuts.
Won't even get married. Won't go on a prom. Driver's license. None of that stuff.
You gotta do better, man. Like, you know what I mean?
So many things you could do, and just a license that's thrown away. You know what I'm saying?
I'm at my age. It ain't too much that I could really see a 14-year-old doing that I would be like, damn, I gotta kill this nigga. Like, what happened to talking? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even mean to sound corny with the what happened to talking, but at least having an understanding. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if every man throughout the history of time went to war with a motherfucker that he had opposition with, it wouldn't be no us. You know what I'm saying? Like, some shit is just meant to get fucking squashed. Like, somebody get over their ego, get over the way you feel and your emotion about it, and just think better, do better. Like, you know what I'm saying? You think it ain't times where I had to really, like, sit back and be like, well, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go on a motherfucker, and I got to sit back and check myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga just bumped into me at the fucking Poppy store and shit, and now I'm ready to kill him because I know it ain't no fucking in between. This shit is real life shit that happened to me. And then I had a conversation with the boy, and he told me, "Oh, I'll be on them pills. I don't even remember that shit." You know what I'm saying? And he ain't even know I was gonna kill him for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm not gonna play with you if I don't know you. And it's a situation where I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, we got a problem. We done exchanged some words and you not making sense. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to sit around and play with you. But I realize that that's also feeding in to the problem that we got out there. So I'm trying to do better and be better by being more socially conscious. You know what I'm saying? Of what I do. You know what I mean? And how I do shit out in public. You know what I mean? Like, but, you know, like I say, you know what I mean? I didn't give myself the name Gang War. You know what I mean? So, I'm not the type nigga, you know what I mean, to really, you know, I got to work on these type things. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I prefer to just, if we can't talk and make sense, then fuck it, let's gladiate. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's where I'm from. You know what I mean? But at this, I'm mature enough to know that let's see if we can make this shit make sense first. Because a lot of times, disagreements is just misunderstandings. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, just a hypothetical scenario, nigga walking through neighborhood of the ops with a girl that he messed with, and one of the ops used to mess with him. That nigga don't know that. But now, because he with a chick that ain't from their neighborhood, you know what I mean, with a chick that he used to mess with, he's emotionally don't like this nigga. And that shit can lead to that nigga getting killed over some nut ass shit like that, where, you know what I mean, she moved on. You know what I'm saying?
It's even less than that.
Shit corny, yo.
It's even less than that. It's this that me and my homies is gonna slide through your neighborhood tour. We gonna slide through your neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? And then whoever I see, if I don't see you, whoever I see out there, they on the opposing team. Take that.
They in your neighborhood.
It's because I'm in your neighborhood.
That's corny.
I'm just trying to score.
Yeah.
And that's what's going down.
That shit corny.
Yeah. Look, my homies, my two friends, you know what I mean, they moved in the neighborhood. Matter of fact, shout out to Nelly, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Her and Rand moved in my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? They got an 18-year-old son. I'm riding down the block through the hood. I see him walking down the block. He got the hood on, mask on. He got the what's the young boy name? What's the young they called? What's the ball from Memphis? He locked up. You know the ball.
Oh, Blueface? Who you talking about? Who you talking about? Who you talking about? Boy from Memphis.
Yeah, the boy we locked up right now. And anybody called Pooh Shiesty.
Oh, Pooh. Did he booked right now? I ain't know he got booked.
Man, he in the streets.
I know he got booked and then he got out. He got rebooked.
Nigga been locked up for I don't know how long now. Almost a year or more now.
Wow.
Look,
He shiesty.
yeah, so the young boy had the Pooh Shiesty mask on and all that. He hoodied down and all that. So I could tell it was him by his eyes. You know what I'm saying? So I said, young boy, what's up with you? So he like, oh yo, what's up, old head? What's up, man? How you been? So boom, shook his hand and everything. I said, yo man, why you got that mask on? Oh no, this is just where I rock it. Listen, you in a war zone around here, man. You ain't into nothing, you ain't into it with nobody around here. Don't nobody know you around here. They see you with that mask on, they can end you around this joint. Alright? Please, show your face. Let somebody see who you are so they know that I don't know him, and I'm going to keep it rocking. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to make sure I get in touch with his parents to let them know, take that mask from me. You know what I'm saying? And get away from that completely. You know what I'm saying? Because it's crazy out here, man. They young boys showing on the block the other day. They pull up. What's up, man? He like, who that? He get up and come off the steps, and they come off the steps. They gave him 3. Boop, boop, boop. Pull off. You know what I'm saying? Shit crazy out here, man. Crazy. Can't chill on the block no more. When I see my young boys on the block all gathered together, I used to stop, get out, fucking, chop it up with them, smoke L's with them and shit. Talk my shit, maybe grab a bottle, go bust a grub, you grab a grub with them or something like that. I gotta keep it pushing now. You know what I mean? Keep it pushing. Cause I don't know what everybody into. But you know what? I know my young boys, you know what I'm saying, they be chilling. But I don't know the young boys to come by and see them, to come through and check through on them. I don't know what they into. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who may spin around on them. So I just keep it moving now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
These streets is crazy now. But I used to love everything about Philly. You know what I mean? The good, the bad, and the ugly. But the ugly is outweighing everything else right now. You know what I mean? It's to the point where you got Philly is prestigious, not just in the East Coast, but throughout the country. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of shit going on here as far as black people. You know what I mean? That's actually, you know what I mean, like, got power and prestige, especially in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Like, Philly is a big deal. Like, you know what I mean? But it's like now, they making it so that these people that could potentially doing companies and, creating more businesses and shit like that for Philly to prosper. And I ain't even talking about, you know what I mean, on the American side. I'm talking about for the us side, you know what I mean? Us taking care of us, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I know some folks that opened up some black restaurants trying to put good food, you know what I mean, in people's neighborhoods, and then, you know, you got niggas robbing the stores and shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
The Wawa shit.
yeah, like my whole thing is yeah, if you want to rob somebody, get them companies that they shit is insured and all that old dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's like you robbing. You know what I mean? Your aunt or your homie aunt or your homie sister. You know what I mean? Like that's somebody. You know what I mean? Folks. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like it got to be some type of what's the word I'm looking for? It got to be some morality in that shit, dog. You know what I mean? Like, I'm at the point in my life where if it ain't morality in that shit, I ain't fucking with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I ain't fucking with no bad energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, you know.
Yo, tell me, what you think about the basketball season about to start, baby? Basketball season about to start up.
I'm just looking forward to playing Ben Simmons a whole bunch of times.
Who your ball team, Tor?
I like the Sixers. I'm a Sixers fan.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. So, see, we could be homers there. We could go to games. You know what I'm saying?
Huge Sixers fan.
Actually, my brother he works for that, whatever that, the big bar and grill situation they got going on in there.
Yeah.
My brother is like one of the, like, part-time executive chefs in there.
Oh, damn, that's what's up, Dre.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So he working on like a box type situation for us.
Okay. That's what's up right there. Shit.
And I have the ability to work them games. You know what I mean? Where I could go and, you know, the gig I could go work them games and, you know, like that's what I plan on doing, but I'm gonna work Flyers games first because I don't care about hockey. I ain't gonna be home watching the hockey game, but if Sixers playing, I'm gonna be home watching the Sixers. What up?
You just hit me, man.
I know, man. You know we doing something, dog.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? You just want to be part of the podcast. What's up?
Shout out to Reese,
What's
man.
up, Reese? You know what I mean?
Shout out to Reese, man.
You know what I mean? He be stinking on Call of Duty sometimes, but hopefully he just, you know, trying to get us on there so he can practice and get better. You know what I mean? We rooting for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
you know, we get it in.
we got the squad. We working on.
Shout out to the squad, man.
Shit,
Shout out to
you
the
know
squad.
what I mean?
I
Bones
gotta
killed.
shout out to my homies, man.
Bones killed.
You know what I'm saying? Bones,
Blaze,
Reese,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Blaze, I'm dead.
Yeah, Wolf.
Wayne.
You know what I'm saying?
And my man Ran Wild the Wolf. Ow!
Yeah,
We get it popping. Actually, that's
Shout
something
out.
else that I was thinking about too.
Hold up. Shout out to B. He is
that's the squad.
Big
squad.
World. You know what I'm saying?
That's Kim.
If you ever go down AC, you know what I'm saying?
Chef She's
Stop down Chef She's at 501 Atlantic Avenue.
food
You know what
off
I'm saying?
the
Food
chain.
is off the chain.
Get you
yeah.
a salmon
You know what I'm saying?
cheesecake.
You get a
Get the salmon cheesesteak.
The salmon, however you want to put it, however you pronounce it.
Salmon,
You know what I
salmon,
mean? Salmon,
a pink cheesesteak.
Joint crazy with the shrimp on the top. Joint crazy.
Scrimps on it.
I don't
Shit.
eat shrimp though. You know, take the shrimp off my
That
thing.
shit was delicious,
You know
dog.
what I mean? But the all kinds of seafood combos and that thing is really delicious. Man.
I don't even think
Shout
I
out,
ate.
salute
I
to
don't
my
even think I
cousin,
breathed
man.
when I
Love you,
ate
man.
that salmon cheesesteak. I just kept chewing and you know what I mean. I waiting to breathe when I got done. That shit just was so fucking delicious.
Yeah. So what's up, man? NBA about to start up. You know what I'm saying? Preseason is rocking right now. You know what I mean? We looking good.
All right.
Maxie looking nice. He looking real sharp.
Right? Hopefully Embiid is, you know what I mean?
He a little out of shape,
Yeah,
but
he
I'm
on the
cool with
treadmill.
that. He can tread lightly right
You
now.
know what I mean? But that's my
Also
guy.
get injured,
I
you
just
know what
want
I'm
you
saying?
out there because with you, with that team, the way they looking, we can't lose. Did we ever get Eric Gordon?
No,
We didn't get that? Oh,
no,
man,
we get
damn.
we got to trade for him. You know what I'm saying? We kept Thibault. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool.
Matisse, this is the year
It's cool.
that you actually show people that you can play offense too.
Yeah, we gonna be all right, man.
Yeah, I mean, you see Korkmaz, you know what I mean?
Korkmaz,
but you see people how last year Korkmaz said, "Fuck that, I'm putting the ball up. I get it, I'm letting it fly." You know what I mean? And I think you gotta, you know what I mean, attack that rim, dog. You was athletic as hell. You know what I mean? Go back and watch some old Andre Iguodala tape. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you, man. Go call Iggy on the 2-way and shit.
You stupid.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Check him out. Yeah.
Iggy.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, that's all we need from you. Be that defensive stopper.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But if you see an opportunity, take advantage of that shit offensively. You should be getting at least 2-3 dunks a night. At least 2-3 dunks a night. I'm not even asking for jump shots. Just at least 2-3 good cuts and the pass, boom.
Who is you talking about?
Matisse. You is the most unaggressive person in the world. Like, I think if somebody punched you in your face, you would say thank you and try to shake their hand.
You stupid.
So I'm trying to tell you, man, show them motherfuckers, man, you tough, man. All right.
He play tough defense, though.
He do. I'm talking on offense, though. On offense, he be like, no, hot potato. Oh, hey, no, yeah. Be wide open, dog. You be wide open. If you just started shooting it, at least you be surprising motherfuckers, and they know they gotta stick you some kind of little bit. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I like you where you are, but you ain't gonna get no max contract going forward, and all you do is play defense. I'm giving you this advice for your own good.
That's true.
You add a different element to your game, you're gonna be worth more. You're gonna be able to really step your shit up a notch. And you've been hanging around doing what you know, what everybody know you can do for your whole fucking career. Now what's the next level? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We said we was gonna keep it a bean, right? I kept it PG-13, but you grown ass man. You know what I mean? So there you go. That was like, what's that? PG-21.
Yeah, we got the boy.
Is that such thing?
We got the boy Anthony Melton. You know what I'm saying? He playing all right too.
I like him.
Yeah, he fit right in with the
I like
right
Melton.
in with the boys. You know what
I like Melton. I think Harrell is going to fuck around and be the blessing in all this because he's the most versatile pickup. Even though I like PJ Tucker, but Harrell gave us insurance at that center position just because Tucker has played center a lot in these past couple years in his career, but at the end of the day, I trust Harrell to do it a little bit better. Yeah, I mean,
we might need to run MB and Harrell together.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Saying?
I like that. I like that a lot.
What a PJ Tucker.
You could, because PJ Tucker could play the 3, the 4, or the 5. Versatility. And I like the fact that Tucker is a menace. I love that about his game. You know what I mean? Like, he will come in there and, like, just do shit to irritate the fuck out you for the first half so you get kicked out in the second.
What I like most about the Sixers this year is that we have addressed a little bit of the wing defense that we lacked last year. So we got some wing
Toughness.
We got some toughness, but we was missing the wing defenders.
Yeah.
We had it at all. We got a few wing defenders now. So I mean I like that right there.
And I think once we traded away the ball that went to Boston, the center ball that we had from Detroit.
Who that there?
You know, the big man that we sent to Boston in that, along with Seth Curry in that trade to get
Drummond?
Yeah, Drummond. When we traded Drummond away, we lost our enforcer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
sure.
Any championship team throughout the history, you know what I mean, is somebody that has that enforcer role. You know what I mean? That's going to get that hard bump. That's going to give up that necessary foul. That's going to really fucking change, make a difference in the game if necessary. You know what I mean? And let other teams know that if they try to, you know, come in here with that tough shit, we got somebody that's going to lay them on their ass. You know what I mean? I.e. Draymond Green and Montrezl Harrell and P.J. Tucker. So we lucked up and got two in one little scenario.
Yeah, we got two little bullies.
You know what I'm saying? So that was great. We needed that. Toughness. You know what I mean? That way teams can't come in here and try to beat up for fucking 4 quarters and shit. You know what I mean? And then we don't got him for the playoffs. If Embiid ain't get hurt in them playoffs, look, fuck it. You talking sports, you know what I mean? I just had a epiphany You know what I mean? You know, every smoke hits different. This one is an epiphany puff. But anyway.
It's the epiphany puff, yo.
But anyway, look. Brace yourselves, Philadelphia fans, for potential 2 parades. And I say this shit just because it's an historic fact. I think New York might be the only, maybe New York and LA might be the only 2 cities to experience 2 sports in the same year, 2 major sports in the same year having a parade. But I think the Eagles stand a parade opportunity, you know what I mean? Potentially, I know it's early in the game, but from what I see, only thing that's going to change that is a couple major injuries, not even just 1 or 2. You know what I mean? And the Sixers coming in on paper, they look like they easily a top 4, top 3 team in the East. You know what I mean? And could easily be the number 1 team because who really has an answer for Embiid? You know what I'm saying? And if Harden is clearly made every opportunity he could potentially do to come back and be the best potential James Harden he can at his age in this particular time in his career. And he's been looking good. I'm impressed with him. I want to give kudos to James Harden for coming out and being a man of his fucking word to this city. You know what I mean? I think that he deserves from one nigga to another black man. You know what I'm saying? Like, appreciate that. Now come out and do your thing. You know what I mean?
Now, I appreciate him coming back in shape and everything.
That just show dedication.
All he has to do is just hit shots.
Yeah.
He ain't got to work hard because he got young boys to play for. All you got to do is penetrate, kick, and they knocking that shit down.
Yo.
You know what I mean? So
you got some horses with you.
You're going to be all right. Then, you know what I mean? Rest assured, all we got to do is give it to the big guy.
And you know, Maxey, he got the most energy out of anybody in the league.